Oh, have mercy. What's up, YouTube? Yeah, we are back again. I'm just let me just tell y'all. Welcome when y'all come on up in here. We are doing this in honor of y'all on 10/10/2023. We're back with another video, and we're gonna have a good old time. So y'all come in, share the live, thumbs up. We're here yet again. Thank you to Latavia. Oh my gosh, she is always here and showing us love. So I told y'all we was gonna be back, and we here. All right. So if you're in the building, let me post this over there so people know that we are live. Let me and notify everybody that we are here. That we are here, and I want to say thank you all so very much. When you get in the building, just say hello so we know that you all are here. And I want to appreciate all of y'all in here. Let's get right into this particular video. That's some stuff I got to get off my chest concerning this particular topic. I want to first get into Kai Cenat. Let's first of all bring him up, and also we got Joe Budden on the screen, and you also see Drake on the screen. Joe Budden to me is one of the greats, the goats of this media space. Like, I love to see rappers or people failed in rap and say, you know what, I'm gonna do podcasts. I'm gonna do that. And I just love the fact how he just done good business, like creating a lane for himself and showing, rappers like, hey, it's green on the other side. Like, you can get into this podcast space. So he's doing great. But now you have competition as anything as people. Joe Budden is the Nicki Minaj of podcasting, right? He was dominating. He was on top in hip hop. He was one of the ones to do it. But now I think that he have an issue with other younger folks that are in this space, like Kai Cenat. Now, Kai is a person that gets a lot of love on Twitch. He's the number one stream person on Twitch, period. Number one awards, number one highest view. You will go to his stream and see 180,000 people watching. It is quadruple the amount of viewership of DJ Academics. I mean, quadruple. The guy is a beast. Like, he show up, he be up in there and all that. He be dancing, he be talking. You see the stain on the carpet, the raggedy chair. Like, it's good. Like, he speaks to his community, right? The young people, and it's not just black folks, more white folks. People from the UK view him. People all over view Kai Cenat. And actually, I think people need to research his rise and study his rise, because it's to be. I mean, give him credit. Like, his rise is dope. But when you're young, old people get in their feelings. Old people do not like to see young folks doing it. They feel like, oh, you on that clown show, Kai Cenat. And let's be clear, when Kai was arrested in New York, we covered that particular show when he was arrested in New York City, right? We covered that particular episode. We covered that show. We posted about that. We did a deep dive on it. And while we had covered the show, it was him giving away PlayStations and phones and Bluetooth speakers, microphones, and apparently a lot of people came to New York and they did property damage. Some officers got hurt, etc. He literally got a couple of charges. But Joe Budden put this out that I hope he get arrested. I hope he go to prison. Like he was really projecting that on Kai. Now Kai actually responded like, dude, why you pressing me? Why you always on my always on me, sir? And I get what it is. Most people will say hating, jealous, or this. I would just say Joe Budden is a senior citizen and he's upset that someone younger in a younger generation is accumulating so much success. He's not a rapper. He's not a person that started out. I mean, he was born in 2000, right? 2001, 2002. He was born. I mean, wait a minute. He wasn't born in 2000. I don't know, but he's a young guy, right? So when he was born, I think Joe Budden was in his prime trying to rap. But let's be clear here. The reason why Drake and everybody he beefing with Joe Budden and about the music, and I think the reason why Drake catered to Kai is because Kai is speaking to the culture. Kai is speaking to so many young people that is buying Drake music. And it's good strategic work. Like Kai is less problematic. Kai is showing us like you don't have to drag celebrity roles. You just got to be yourself. Okay. And he's showing us that it can be done. That's his gift. And he has something special and he reinvests his money into his product. And for that, brother, I applaud that. I applaud his success. But it's an issue and a problem because, Joe Budden upset about that. But brother, like, you're not the king of like you're not the security guard or the one that approved you to come in here. No. Like you were in this space, yes. You done it, yes, for almost a decade, yes. But it's room at the table for everybody. It's room at the table for everybody can eat. And so when he was criticizing Kai, I felt some type of way that it was like this old guy coming against a young man, right? Instead of Joe was like, okay, let's just get into it. I get it. Joe is in his feelings. Like his podcast is not like it was, right? He's not getting awards, being number one and getting all these endorsement deals and being number one, making all this money. I mean, Kai made millions. When he did a 24/7, he made about $4 million 1 month, about a couple of $1 million. Of course, Twitch way quadrupled that amount, but he walked away $4 million. So I just think Joe is just in his feelings. He's in his feelings, and that's something that he have to do a self-examination. Like, bruh, F that. But Joe Budden, my thing is you interview Tasha K, and I gotta keep saying this. You sitting on a gold mine. You interviewed this chick. This chick got her haircut. She got her waves in her head. You interviewed this woman. And you decide not to put out the interview. I think maybe you should put it out because despite what it is, Cardi didn't come on your show, right? She ain't on your platform. So you should have brought this chick, let her cuss, let her bring that evilness, let her bring her daughter, and maybe have to comb her hair. Do it. But that would have brought the clicks and the views, but you didn't do that. You literally put that interview on the shelf and say, no, whatever, I'm not putting it out. And now you need those type of controversy to keep people tuning into your show. You actually need that. That's what you need. You need to keep up with the times. But this whole different thing, like if you independent and be independent, bring her. And actually, you should have let Tasha K kind of be the co-host for some episodes. I'm just saying, to bring some type of much need publicity, you need. Now, you in the news now for Drake, yes. But look, just imagine, you in the news for Tasha, and then boom, you in the news for Joe Budden. I mean, Joe Budden in the news again for Drake, then Kai Cenat. It just bring more downloads, more people viewing your podcast, etc. Now, when it comes to Drake, the album was trash. Like, I was listening to it. I think one of the songs, one of my moderators, I believe, Tasha sent me one of his records that he wrote, something about Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. They sent me one of the records, and sent me literally one of the particular records. And let's be crystal clear here. He sent me one of the records. It was all right, but I've listened to better songs from Drake. Like, I just didn't like the album. Now, it will have to grow on me. So when I go on my walk or my run, I would listen to his song again. And maybe it would come to me, but it just didn't do it for me, right? I'm still on the Diddy. I'm still on Dr. Love. I'm still on Tiana Taylor. I'm still on, Kim Porter, the record that Babyface and I'm still on that record. But I just, okay, Virginia Beach is a diss song to Pusha T, right? So, but I still was not entertained. We will see how it would do in album sales. Hopefully it does well because everybody's talking about it with the controversy of Joe Budden. But bringing Kai into the mix is a cop-out. Like, why are you hanging with young guys, Kai Cenat? Why are you hanging with that young guy? So what? The dude is hot. You embracing Nicki, and she's on a record with Sexy Red. Sexy Red is old enough to be Nicki's daughter, right? But we ain't criticizing that when Nicki Minaj is old enough to be Ice Spice's mother. We ain't criticizing that. She always hanging around the young girls to stay relevant. If you want to stay relevant in hip-hop, you have to embrace the youth. They are the future. They got their hands on the culture. So let's be clear. You're not criticizing Nicki. You kissed her butt. You paying a price. You was getting more clicks and views criticizing her than actually singing her praises, being real and authentic, but you got paid off by an interview and you're hurting. And you're upset. And you're mad. Because people tune in for Joe Budden for off-the-cuff comments, being real, quote-unquote authentic, and it showed us, the world, that you're not that real because you got scared when Tasha K came on the show. Ain't my fault that you upset because Tasha's on your show, but you should have brought her on. You paid, you got her there, release it. Period. But you're trying to be in the inside and then on the outside. Inside, I want to have this relationship with Cardi. Oh yeah, I want this relationship with the industry. Okay, but on the outside, I got to be controversial. But it's either going to be in or out. You can't do both. And so when I seen this stuff about Joe Budden, I immediately was like upset because I'm like, why are we coming after Kai? Why are we coming after this dude? The dude is doing great. He's working. He's internationally known. Like, he done independent movies, like short films. Like, I mean, he did a Coming to America a remake or he done so much on his platform. And I'm not goggling him up, but I'm goggling him up, if that makes sense, because he's talented. He's gifted. A lot of people that are watching me, their children watch Kai Cenat. He's animated. He's just dope. He actually helped push Sexy Red on. I turned on more to Sexy Red seeing Kai in the zone. And I'm in the zone dancing, on a stain on my carpet, So I just feel like we have to respect this dude. We have to respect him. Now, one thing I can say about Kai in this instance, when that New York disaster happened, all that crime, and those criminals came there and destroyed those communities, I felt like he called out his community. He called out his supporters and be like, bruh, y'all wrong. So I give him credit on that. But I also say it helped give Kai much of a boost because that brother came out and he dope. Like, he got more people talking about Kai Cenat ever, because when he did that New York thing, he became more mainstream in America. Because media folks, they didn't know who he was. Oh, a YouTuber. I don't even know what Twitch is, because they were older journalists, because they don't have a lot of people his age that's in front of the camera, right? They're pretty much like interns, but they didn't know who he was. So we have to 1,000% be, and was he charged? Yes, he was charged. He have a court date got to come up. He was charged and everything. I feel like he's going to get probation. I feel like he's going to pay some type of debt to the city of New York. He's going to write an apology. He's going to donate to the police union. It's going to be a slap on the wrist. because number one, nobody actually got deleted. So he gonna blatantly do that. He's gonna, you know what I mean? He's gonna come back to New York, have a benefit concert or benefit show, and sell tickets. The New York gonna make a lot of money. Like he really gonna move past it, right? Because nobody was deleted, nobody was severely hurt, right? So, thank God. And he have the resource to pay it back. But when it comes to Joe Budden, he celebrated. I want him to go to jail. Like he gotta go to prison. Like he wanted that because he felt like if he's in prison, I can take his audience. But no, you can't, because it ain't too many young dudes want to watch an old dude with gray hair. It ain't too many of that. Like it is some dudes like can get the young crowd, but young people embrace and connect more with their peer. Like he looked like one of their friends, like one of their homeboys, like he looked like Johnny on the block in the suburbs playing the game. Like that's what they're accustomed to. Like before Twitch was Twitch, people would have on their headphones and they would cuss each other out, or they will be animated in gaming. Like it's a whole gaming sector that is ruthless in gaming. People making six figures playing games. So, but Kai came in doing commentary. He really took the streaming game to the next level. Like a lot of what we're doing is kind of old school way, get a mic and stuff like that. But that's how it is. But I get it. Joe, you're upset. I get it. I went through that too. I was upset, like, oh God, this person coming up, they taking the marketplace or blah, 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 blah. But you have to get through that. That's your own insecurity. You was insecure. So my best advice from a former insecure dude, you got to get some insecurity and believe in yourself. And if you're about that life, Joe Budden, then bring Kai on your show and you address that brother and y'all have a debate. Or Joe, you go on Kai's show. Really, to be honest, Joe should go on Kai Cenat show. Let's go on his Twitch stream. All right. And you have a conversation. And that's one thing I like about Offset is because that dude had so much fun. Let me tell you, and I don't think Kai is getting enough credit. Oh, I got to buy me a new chair. This chair is gone, baby. Anyway, I don't think people have documented the success of Kai when he brought Offset to the docket, to his home. And they did a sleepover, a 24-hour sleepover. It was so dope, so entertaining, so many millions of views, millions of people tuned in. It literally gave Offset a boost to a demographic that pretty much was a fan of Migos. Well, Migos kind of fell off, but it got introduced to a brand new audience. And it looked like they had a ball of fun. It was like organic fun. It wasn't forced. It wasn't scripted. It was off the cuff because that's what people want. And he did such a great job. And I watched it. I was entertained. There was some pushback, some barbs put together, some lies, and pretended like Offset was cheating. And Cardi B had to defend it. Then Kai defend Cardi because the barbs was like, why are you like Kai? You know what I'm saying? Because even Nicki say, I want to deal with Kai and all of that, but I don't think Nicki would do something like that. You know what I mean? But I can see Cardi going on Kai's show, right? I don't necessarily it would be a good look for Nicki to have some fun, like lay your guards down. Let's have fun. You know what I mean? It's good. I love to see Offset having fun. Actually, I think Offset should definitely transition into WWE and transition to train to be a wrestler and do a couple of events. Because I can definitely see him doing a lot of promo runs, playing a heel. I can see him playing a baby face. I can really see Offset doing really good in WWE commentary. I can see him doing something there, being a guest manager or guest host. I can see that for Offset. But him going on Kai Cenat was dope. It was just so much fun for Kai. I give that man all the credit. Like, he is doing it. So I love to see people get that type of support. But one thing I can say is because I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I know Offset background, he loved wrestling too. And him and Takeoff, and they would wrestle and stuff like they wanted to be tag team champions. So I love that. And I love wrestling. A lot of people don't know, like, I am a wrestling. I love it. Like I feel good watching this. A soap opera, and a lot of my ideas come from watching wrestling. Like a lot of my ideas of one day I'm a bad guy or one day I'm a good guy because it's my viewership of watching a lot of wrestling content. Um, so I just thought about Offset, a little off the cuff comment, but I thought about him in that. But when it comes to like Drake, I mean, bruh, go on his show. Like I would love to see y'all just go on each other's show. And I love the drama because it's good entertainment. But bruh, don't be a hater. You know, being jealous is not good. From a former jealous person, myself, it's one of the emotions, bruh. It eats you up because you're insecure. And it's an emotion that I experience. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm jealous. I experience it, and I will never forget. I was on a podcast, and this brother asked me a question for me and another content creator. In all these years, I finally was able to be honest. And I said, I was jealous of this guy. He said, what? I said, yeah, I was jealous. Oh, and the people, the camera people, they was like, oh, he's going there. I said, yes. I said, keyword, I was, past tense. And I gave my reasons why I was jealous. I felt some type of way. And I said, and then when I started believing in myself, because I believe that was the time Kamala Harris was running for president. When I started believing in myself, the jealousy went away. And I started looking at my gifts and my talent and what I'm doing on this earth. It went away. But that takes time because everybody say, oh, I always believe in myself. That wasn't my story. I've had a lot of doubts. I did. A lot of struggles. So when I shared that, I knew me sharing that on this podcast, which a lot of people never heard of this podcast before. I knew that person was going to take that and share it. And he's like, oh my gosh, you see, Wiley said he was jealous. I said I was, and I said I am. But I was honest, and I felt free because no one ever interviewed me. I rarely get interviewed. And so, especially in person, but when James called me to be on the Ear Hustler podcast, I answered that question very, very honest. I said it from the heart. And, but it, you know, because I don't want to be like Joe Budden, bitter, old, and bitter. I don't want to be like Nikki, old and bitter. I don't want to be like Lil' Kim, old and bitter and full of plastic. I don't want to be that. I want to be able to share my feelings and go through that emotions because people struggle through jealousy. That's a human emotion. I don't think you should stay in jealousy mode because it's a sickness that you don't want to stay in. It will take you out. But people do experience jealousy. The problem is a lot of folks don't admit that it's jealousy. They won't admit it. They're not going to admit that. They're not going to admit it. But if you admit it and work through it and like, why am I jealous? Why do I feel this way? It's because I was insecure. And then once I worked through my insecurities, I said, oh my gosh, I'm talented. And I would sit at home and I would watch my content. I would laugh. I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny. I didn't even know I said it. And I'm like, ugh. Because, you know, some people say, I don't like to watch myself. I do, because it makes me laugh. Even though I'm like, oh, he about to, I laugh at something very funny. Because if you can't make yourself laugh, are you really funny? But when it comes to Joe Budden, I feel like he have to understand that it's going to always be competition. When I started in this YouTube space, like, it was challenging. It was hard. It was much harder back then than today. And the people that I look up to, I was like, man, I want to be like them. I ain't gonna lose. And then now, who would have thought years later that I'm more relevant than these people that I looked up to? Most of them I looked up to, they're not doing YouTube anymore. They stopped doing it. And here I am, got all these supporters, etc. So it's about being consistent, and it's about believing in yourself. You cannot believe in yourself being jealous. That's impossible. That's total impossible to do. You can, it's nothing wrong, and it's not the don't, and people confuse my being a competitive person and confusing that with jealousy. No, I love to compete. I love competition. It is, but a lot of people confuse that with jealousy, and it's totally two different things. Me being a competitive person, jealous is two different things. So stop confusing me being a competitor, and most of the time I'm competing with myself. Then don't claim that as being jealous. Now, when it comes to Kai and Joe Budden, it's a teachable moment. Like, it's a generational gap, because Joe Budden said the rappers, ain't too many successful rappers on the charts. How many successful rappers on the charts in 2023? Let's be honest. How many rappers currently in 2023 have charted? I believe only one rapper. I could be wrong, and I want you all to fact check me. I believe it was Rod Wave. If he's a rapper, I believe he's the only one that went number one on the Billboard 200 charts. Let me know if somebody else that was a rapper that went number one. I could be wrong, but please correct me. And for people that are watching this broadcast, are going to watch the replay of this, I want you to comment what rapper in 2023 went number one on the charts. What rapper? I'm just saying. What rapper? I'm just okay. Rod Wave, his album went number one. Anybody else? Probably one. Denise said this: rap album sales down like 45% this year speaks volume. So why are you mad at Drake? Because he understand that if I want to stay relevant, I gotta talk to the young folks. I gotta talk to the young crowd, I gotta talk to those guys because they're making money. So I gotta talk to these guys to buy my crap, to buy my stuff. And it's not too many shows that are hip hop shows. It's online. Drake is more smarter than Nicki, than all these other chicks, because they don't really want to go on the streamings, or they don't really want to do that. They want to be pretty on their YouTube page and whatever. I'm not going to your other show. So I get it. They said, I don't follow the percentage. I just listen. Right. But what I'm saying is, he keep talking like rappers used to call. Bruh, ain't too many successful rappers in 2023 that is charting. We're talking about charts. How many of them charting? Now we got the Korean pop, they call it K-pop. They're dominating the charts, right? You got the R&B girls, I believe some of them went number one, I think. So that's kind of, but that K-pop is a whole nother beef. That Afro beats a whole nother beef, a whole nother beast. But let's be clear. Let's be crystal clear. Joe Budden, no, that he don't have the same engagements like he had back in the day. It make his boxer brief crunchy when he see Kai Cenat on that stage accepting an award for the second time in the role as the number one streamer in the world. That make his boxer briefs crunchy. And he's upset. So I get it. And I guess he's upset at Drake, that Drake is not buttering him up, coming on. See, I get it. Joe Budden is upset because Drake ain't on his show, like giving him shout out. Shout out Joe Budden. This is my guy, Joe Budden. Because Drake went out to Twitch and told Twitch, give Kai back his page, because he lost his page a couple of times because he broke the community guidelines over there with Twitch. He told him that give him back his page, use that publicity, that machine, his popularity. And Joe would love to have a Drake cosign. They said Drake sent Kai some clothes. So, Drake will, Joe Budden would love to get some boxer briefs and some sweatpants by Drake. It will make him brick hard. It will make him hard. So I want to say this verbatim. It is a challenge to be into this space. You have to work hard, work smart, be consistent, and keep going. But you cannot allow somebody else's success control and dominate and live rent-free in your mindset. You cannot allow that. You cannot allow the success of a 23 or 24-year-old man live rent-free in your 55-year-old mind. You cannot allow it. It's going to eat you up. It's going to come out. Stop it. Go to some therapy. Work on yourself. Go on a retreat. And come back. Because you cannot, because you will never change the young folks that are coming. It will be more. You see Kai Cenat, he's dominating. It will be another dude coming up, dominating, being number one. Because you can't be number one forever, according to society, right? So don't ever think that you're going to be the only one in this space. You're not the only one, Joe Budden. You're not. I would appreciate if you would go after that Bobby girl, that white girl that don't like black folks. Go after her, but you don't criticize her. You admire her because of her skin tone. But you go out your way to criticize your black brother. You are a hypocrite. Hypocrite. You've been on this earth for over 4 decades. Almost 5 decades you've been on this earth. And you mad at a brother that is old enough to be your son. Stop it. Tasha said, Joe, like in his 40s. Bro, stop it. Tasha also said there was Michael Jackson, then an Usher, then a Chris Brown. It's a cycle of life. Period. All right. I want to get to this side of the aisle. I got to talk about this. And yet again, that we are talking about Tasha K. And Tasha K, Cardi, let's see if we can bring Cardi B up. Okay. Cardi B, said on her Barty Gang station, and now we covered this already, but she said in there, and I didn't really dive into it until I re-listened to the replay. She said, I will go after Tasha K to collect my money. I got the resource to go after her for years and years and years. I understand it. But the sad part about this is you may never see a dime of that $4 million. Yet you can send subpoenas. You can go after her resources. But I believe Tasha K got enough knowledge to know to don't put none in her name in knowing how to hide that money. And you have not sued her mama or anybody else. I get it. You want to prove a point. You want her to learn a lesson, but it's too late. She had so much advance notice to hide the money, and she done it so well because you still don't got your $4 million. You have now interest on the debt that she have not paid, and she may never pay it because when OJ had his debt with the family of his ex-wife, I believe, and she was deleted. And even though OJ got off on the criminal side, but on the civil side, he had to owe this debt. To this day, that family still waiting on OJ to pay that debt. They would never see a dime. Because I believe his football check that he get, his pension from the NFL is protected, that you cannot garnish his NFL pension towards that civil debt. I believe that was like the research. I could be wrong. If we got some OJ people in there, I believe I wrote a paper about that. But I believe OJ that pension from the NFL, that money is protected. That the families couldn't garnish that check because they said they wanted to go out of his NFL. They couldn't do it. I believe they got an order from that. They couldn't do it. Anybody can fact check me on that really quickly. Let me know. But regardless, they still owe it. So they still owe the debt. So even though you got a judgment, OJ still owe it. And didn't give him a dime on that debt. So seeing this case with Tasha is OJ and Cardi B is the white Bronco. You will never see a dime from Tasha K, OJ, Kibi. You ain't gonna see it. You ain't gonna see it. Only thing you gonna see Tasha K get older, selling wine glasses, but you ain't gonna see it. Okay? Now, someone said, when he passes, they will get it from his estate. Right. Well, you have to wait. He might, until that happens. But as of right now, they can't get it. So that's the thing about Tasha K, that she did it. Now, very ugly. And that's why her daughter is going to get this smoke from the public. And her daughter did get the smoke by T.S. Madison. Okay. She dragged the daughter from the east to the west. I've dragged the daughter. She's a grown adult. And she got dragged. Okay. And people were upset at me dragging Tasha K, a grown adult daughter. And really dragging OJ Kibi Jr., people was in their feelings. I don't care how you in your feelings. I mean, people were doing videos about it. They were critiquing it, dragging me. Flop veterans. They're no real veterans. They was captured, flop veterans. And here they is going to other countries and deleting innocent children all across the world. And they try to call me, I'm a whole alpha. You a flop veteran, weak veteran. Go get your veteran check and you try to become a YouTuber. You failed in the military and now you want to be a YouTuber and claim, I served 20 years in the military. I served 20 years in the military. Yeah, you served 20 years of nothing. But now you want to be on YouTube. Sir, stop it. But people were coming at me hard. Ain't no man would do that. I said, sir, sit down. You out of order. Don't address me unless you say, Mr. Wiley. Sir, flop veteran, flopped. And so I believe that was QI critical thinking her baby daddy or side chick. Side dude. I don't know. But when we have these conversations about Tasha and Kibi Seeley Jr., everybody got something to say. Now, y'all know that adult daughter of hers look like Seeley. Nelly. You is never part that kid, ain't no ocean, ain't no sea, that kid, you give me, mama. I love you, mama. You know that little baby, we come up there, he gonna be a grown adult. Tasha K gonna be all, hiding for the day. I love you, mama. Okay. And so, it's definitely gonna happen. Ain't no problem. You already know that's Harpo Jr. Harpo, he out there, and Seeley. You know that. So it don't make no sense. What you getting mad for? You know that adult daughter look like Seeley. You already know that. Now I get it. People would say, well, sir, Wiley, look how you look. You shouldn't be talking about nobody. Oh, fell down. Okay. Let me stand on up. Let me stand on them. Fell out my chair. I fell out my chair, y'all. I broke my chair. Okay. Let me go and get back in the chair that fell down. Woo! Okay. So but they said, look how you look. Look how I look. I'm beautiful. If you don't look like Celie from The Color Purple, then it shouldn't apply to you. Only people that is mad if you got daughters that look like Celie. Only people that is upset and mad is those that look like Celie. Some of y'all looking at y'all daughters right now. Oh, you know you look like Harpo. Harpo, you know it. And you upset. It ain't my fault. You should have got you an attractive dude. You know you look like Celie Senior. Should have got you somebody attractive. Ain't my fault. Okay. But people was mad. And they upset. I'm giving my opinion. If she don't look like C, okay. All right. But I say look like Celie. All right. Now so people are upset about that. But do you know the destruction? I'm an alpha man. I'm not a beta, alpha. And brothers was getting upset. Weak men. They live in the gutter of New York. Rat-infested New York. It was this dude. He just coming at calling me, DMing me. Hey, man, you better lay off on Tasha K. It's going to be some problems. I served 20 years in the military. I said, sir, get your old Frederick Douglass looking self out of my DM. Bruh, you need to be auditioning with Tubi to play Frederick Douglass because you look like a Tubi version of Frederick Douglass before he started dating a white woman. Okay? Get out of my DM. Don't play with me. I don't play that game. Drop down and give me 50 push-ups. Don't come in my DM with this filth. Now, don't do it. But we were having this conversation and breaking it down. And people upset. I'm an entertainer. I do comedy. This is what I do. If you don't like it, just laugh in peace. But you can always hit the link if you big and bold enough. Hit the link and we can have a conversation. I don't run from conversation. You can hit the link and we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get mad that I don't that I'm giving my opinion. You can get upset about that. Come on now. You can't get upset about it. Tasha K clearly is not upset because she know my daughter do look like Celie. You know what I mean? Let's not even talk about Tasha K. Look, let's not talk about that. But they're upset and mad. And if Tasha K got something to say, the floor is open. Her husband, we can talk to her husband. He ain't gonna say nothing because she know he look like Mr. and her daughter look like Celie. Okay? All right? So I'm just want to say that. And I get it. Okay? And I understand that my comedy is a little different, but this is what I do. All right? But I know I look good. Somebody actually said I look like Morris Chestnut, honestly. They say I look like his twin brother. That's what they said. They said I look like Morris Chestnut. I would take that as a compliment, and I do look like Morris Chestnut. Honestly, I do. I should be auditioning Paul. I remember we sent our audition tape in for Morris Chestnut biopic. I'm definitely going to send it in. They said they're going to fix my eye or whatever, and we could definitely get that fixed one of these days, Paul. But they say I look like Morris Chestnut. Okay, they definitely said I look like Morris Chestnut. Honestly, that's exactly what they said. I look like Morris Chestnut. They say you look definitely like Morris Chestnut. And they said it. And I said, oh my gosh, I look like Morris Chestnut. And I started walking like Morris Chestnut. I was walking. And then I looked at my belly and I said, I'm not Morris Chestnut. I got too much gut and crusted lips. So I had to wake up. But when this lady said it, I guess she wanted my ham sandwich because she was a plus big boned woman, BBW, big boned woman. So she wanted my ham. I had 2 ham sandwiches from 7-Eleven. And she said, "You look like Morris Chestnut." And she breathed kind of heavy. And I said, "Hey, forget about it. I'm gonna go and you look." And I gave her my ham sandwich. I wanted 2 ham, but I gave it to her. I gave her a ham sandwich, and I had one of them Arizonas, ice cold Arizona. I love them ice cold Arizona watermelon kind, and I gave it to him. And so she must have did it like that. And all that day, I said, I kind of look like Morris Chestnut. I kind of look like Morris Chestnut. I'm playing football. I start going on the field, taking my shirt off like Morris Chestnut. And then I had to wake up because it was just my imagination running away from me. Okay? But I felt it in my mind. I went on this imaginary thing. When people lie, I started believing the lie. And then I woke up. But because I know I don't look like Morris Chestnut, I look better. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. And then this is the thing I don't get with folks when we talk about these people. I will tell you 1,000% that Tasha K is the most aggressive women I've seen in this business. But the woman will go down in history building a brand of a woman that know how to make people talk about her. That is what happened. Regardless how she did it, people is talking about Tasha K. Her show ain't selling, but she's in people thoughts. Folks that told me not to talk about Jason Lee, they talk about Tasha. And we're going to be talking about Jason Lee in a couple of minutes. I mean, not in a couple of minutes, but in a few videos, we're going to be talking about Jason Lee. But because she brings the engagement. You could put Tasha K name in a title on some of these channels, and she gets the most views than celebrities. Then these people hope to be on the phone with. Hope to get them on the show, but Tasha get the most high engagements. That's something that she can be proud of. And she do brag about that. Her and her team, Chelsea, they brag about that. 89 people, 899,000 people put your name in the title. They put Tasha K name in the title. So regardless of what we say about her, we put our name in the title because the winos support. They be watching. They be mad at Wiley, but they be clicking because we talking about Tasha. It was a time we used to get gigantic views talking about Tasha, but times have changed. But you still can put her name in the title and create some controversy. I told Tasha on the phone when she called me. She had called me. Yeah, Tasha K called me, and she was upset what I said about her daughter. And I told her daughter, and her daughter was like, I guess she was washing dishes or whatever. And I said, I think y'all should do the color purple, like the YouTube version, and she need to play Celie. I think so. And I think your son, somebody should play like your older version of your son, like he's older. He could play like Hopper. I think that should happen. And since you like to do skits, you should. And I want to play Suge Avery, right? We get another actress to play Celie when she's older. You can get like Jasmine to play Suge. I play Suge, and then Jasmine, she can play Celie when she's older. And I told her on the phone. And so I said, this would be a good skit for October 20th. And I show up on stage, and the amount of applause of it. So she went with that. But she was on the phone cussing me out. Her husband was speaking in broken African language or something like that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be me, right? I'm going to be me. And she said, don't you post no pictures on I never post pictures of your daughter. I mean, you got the picture. Think of Celie. That's the picture. All right. So anybody want to call? Anybody want to call in really quickly? I told y'all this is going to be a short. Well, not really a short show because we did it for an hour. But I just want to talk to you. Anybody want to call in? Anybody got something to say? Really quickly. Okay. Really quickly. Man, I'm hungry. I want some chicken. Anybody got something to say? Any mail come for me? I could tell if that mailbox been messed with. Okay. Okay, I could tell that mailbox been messed with. You understand? What is it? M-I-S-T-E-R, Mr. All right. Anybody got something to say? We could put the number on the screen here. Got something to say? We're done with it. I know y'all upset temporarily. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. You got something to say? I want to make sure it's everything because y'all do y'all review. Y'all do y'all reaction videos about my commentary, which is to be expected. We keep it real, and this is what we do on the channel. Thank you all so very much for y'all amazing talent. This has been such an awesome show, and I want to say shout out to Paul for his beautiful work. I also want to say shout out to my beautiful women that are out there. Shout out to those that are not so beautiful. But shout out to you all as well. Understand that you will always be who you are. Never stop being you. I want to close out when my beautiful closing, one of the best closing I created. Well, I added on to it. And I always want to close out to this beautiful thing, and I want to close out with it. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. If you can't handle my opinion, you can't handle life. Because in life, everybody got an opinion like they got a belly button. Thank you all so very much. I am Wiley. I want to greatly appreciate y'all coming on here on this beautiful show. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up, DM, any suggestions. Please bring your suggestions in my DM. Do not be disrespectful bringing me suggestions when I'm live. You will be blocked. All your suggestions, bring it to my DM. Text me, DM. Do not put it in the live chat because I do not go back and read it. DM or text me any suggestions. You can always text me 972-674-9462. Any suggestions you have, or you can email me wileyshow@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram at Wiley Show, right? I have so many ways where you can get in contact. Go to my Facebook page, The Wiley Show, send a message there. You could definitely do that. If you want to give to the Wiley Show, if you say, hey, Wiley, I want to participate and give to your show, you can go to Zelle, wileyshow@gmail.com, or you can go to the Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28. My birthday is coming up November 11th, almost 30 days away. I will be 33 years old. We asking you guys $1 per year for my birthday. All right, $1 per year. So that's $33 per person. That's what we're requesting. It is a tradition that we started when we turned 30, and definitely. All right. You said, are you going to review the BET Hip Hop Awards? Wow. Probably not. I'm still kind of in my see, Tasha, you about to get me out my feelings. Because if I watch that, and if I see Patti LaBelle up there trying to rap and don't rap, look him lyrics right, I'm going to go off. I'm a go off. If I hear that hip hop award and Patti LaBelle fumble over some Look Him lyrics, I'm gonna go off. So I'm gonna watch, and I may go live afterwards. Do we got cable to go on there? Do we still got the free subscription? YouTube TV? We still got that free subscription? How many days it last? 3 days? Oh, we don't got the free subscription for YouTube TV? Oh, we don't have it. Oh, we use that already. Okay. So I ain't gonna be able to watch it. All right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. All right. I want you to work on that. So no, she is not doing a tribute. She ain't doing a tribute, okay? She is not doing a tribute, you guys. I'm joking. All right. Thank you all. Thank you so very much for y'all massive support. I got so many people in here. So many massive people in this chat. Thank you all for that. Y'all have shown me so much support. I want to say thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm not. Welcome to the House of Wiley. Help Bill. Hey, chat. Hey, thank you. Okay, well, you got okay. They said you miss 60. Oh, I miss Miss Red. I love her. What you gonna do? And what you gonna say? If you what you gonna do, what you gonna wanna say? Okay, is that who raps like that? And wanna say if you what you wanna say? If you do what who raps like that? That's not Sexy Red. You don't want to say if somebody with that type of tone. Who raps like that? Ain't what you want? Somebody's in my head. What is that song? Who was that? It's what you want to say. It's get what say. It looked like she. It's what you want to say. It's what it's what do. Okay, that's Glorilla. I hit it in my head. Why is I'm thinking about Glorilla? Okay. This is the second chair I broke. I broke this chair. Oh, yeah. This is the second chair I broke. I don't know why I'm keep because I'll be trying to lean back. Okay. Lean all that weight. Man. That was Glorilla, but why is she in my head? It's what you want to do. It's what you can agree. Like she in my head because somebody requests me a Glorilla song. It's what you want to get. And she's just in my head. Something about to happen for Glorilla. And she's in my mind. Something about to happen with Glorilla. Is I'm gonna meet her? They said you need a big black man. I need somebody. Okay, let me go live on Station Air. I'm gonna have to listen to a Glorilla because I gotta get out of my head. Which one? They said a BB. Oh man, and she performing today. Okay, Tasha, hold on. I gotta see y'all later. Okay, my chair. Okay, y'all hit the cash out. My chair. Lord have mercy, because I bought this on Facebook Marketplace, and I had this chair for a long time. But I gotta put it's the screw. The screw it have width out of the chair, and so I gotta. It's not really broke. I just gotta get somebody to put the screw in there. Okay. This is what you want to say. It's some that type of song. Can somebody find that record? What you want to say? What you want to something like that. Okay. All right. Okay. They said, let me Google Big Black Man Game. On that note, talk to y'all later. Oh my gosh, y'all is so funny. I love y'all because y'all be putting my jokes back up on me. Big black man chair. Did you really want to say?